In this one, I want to show you how to list and sell items on Etsy. So we're on the web application. If you've got a MacBook or a PC, you can use this. I'm already logged in to my account, and if you need to go through all of the setup process, then there are some other tutorials that I have that guide you all through that. But for now, this is just after the initial setup process, which is really easy. I'm going to go into Shop Manager and we're going to list some items and go through all of that. Once you're in your dashboard, you actually have to go down to listings, and within listings, there will be an option in the top right-hand corner, add a listing, and you're going to need to press that, and then it's going to take you through to the next page and you can put all of your product details in. It starts with the photos that you're going to add of your listing, and there are some rules. You can put up to 10 images of the item that you are listing. So I'm just going to click on add a photo. Then I'm going to choose a very simple image. I just have this image that I got off of a free image site just to show you guys this isn't actually a product that I'm going to be selling, but you can see you can add up to 10 images. And you can choose which image is a primary image and which other images will come behind it. So the primary image is the one that everyone will see when they first see your listing. So if I go and add another photo and I click choose on that one and it uploads, that won't be the primary image, but you can change that. So now we have two images. This one is the primary image right now. We can actually go into cropping that photo. So you can crop it. You can actually change the aspect ratio, which is really easy to do. So it's 4:3 at the moment. Maybe you want to turn that into a 2:3 or just a square. You can do that really easily. Just check which one that you want to do. I'm happy with that though, so I will just press save on that. If you want to change which one of your images is the primary image, the one that people will see initially, then you can just click and drag on your other images. So say I have 10 images around here. I'm just going to click on this one, click, hold it down, and then you can drag and then drop it into the first place. That will be now changed to the primary image. If you don't want that, just click, drag to the second position. So really easy. And you can do that with all of the images to make sure that they're in the right order that you want them to be in. I'm just going to crop this image and have a look if it's looking good. Maybe we'll try a square. Maybe that looks a little bit better. So I will save that and the aspect ratio has been changed. If at any point you don't want to finish your listing and you haven't finished, but you need to go and do something else, you can come down here and just click save as draft. It will save it in your drafts, but it will not publish it. If you're happy at any time, you can press publish, but for right now, we don't have that much information in the listing. You can also adjust this thumbnail here, so you can actually zoom in and out of the image and then come up here and crop where it actually is, so you get the absolute perfect image. I don't need to do that though because my image was pretty good already, so I'm just going to cancel that. If you cancel, none of those changes will be saved. And we come down to a video, which is actually, as you can see, still in beta phase, which means testing phase. So adding a video is definitely going to help you with your listings. As you can see, 50% of Etsy buyers will see your videos in this experiment. This is an experiment for now, but it definitely will be added to Etsy later. So all you have to do is just click on add video, same as adding photos. Click on a video that you want to upload. Etsy recommend that you upload a video which is 1080p or higher. So that means HD resolution. They also recommend a 5 to 15 second video, but in any case, if you do have a product video, definitely good to upload it here. It's also important to know that the video won't feature any sound. So it's basically just a short product video, no sound, just lets people see the product with a video rather than just some images. So this is still in the beta phase though. Also, Etsy say that you should try and match the aspect ratio of the video to the aspect ratio of your primary photo. So instead of filming something maybe in a wide aspect ratio like 16:9 that you would usually film something in if you had an iPhone, for example, then you may want to change that in the iPhone settings to a square aspect ratio because it's basically going to play alongside your photos. So just to keep that in mind for now. You can delete that if you want, but it's right there. Really cool. You can actually preview it just to show you guys something to do with art, but really cool. Customers can see that, so definitely good to do. Then we come down to the listings details. I'm selling a unique picture frame, so I'll put that in and you have to choose who made it. So that will either be you or a member of your shop. And then what is it? Is it a finished product or is it a tool or something that other people can use to make other things? So mine is a finished product, and you can put any time that it was made if it's a vintage product that you're selling, or maybe if it's a new thing. So I will put recently because it is not made to order specifically. It is made in bulk. So there you go, made in this year. You have to then choose a category, which is really, really easy. All you have to do is just type in exactly what it is, and pretty much Etsy is going to just search out the right category. And then you just click on that. So this is a picture frame right there. You can then see the other categories that people may find your item in. So it's going to be listed in home and living, home decor, frames and displays. All of these categories, it will be listed in as well. So that's super easy. Now coming down to just the options for the listing. You can choose the color, or you can come right down here to I offer more than one option. And that is if you want to add variations. So definitely if you have variations in your products, just click this one and then you can add them below. I'll just click on add variations below, and it's right down here. So we'll get to that in a second after we do all of the other product information. So we can carry on with the listing. Secondary color. Again, this is optional because you can put other variations in there. Because this is a picture frame, I can put the exact size in there. So let's call it a 5x7 for now. And you could also just put the exact measurements of the item in there. So I can put maybe 50 by 70, and then I can put my units in there. So really, really simple. You don't have to put the depth if you don't want to. It is optional, really depending on your product. It's going to be up to you on how much information you actually put in here. When you tell Etsy exactly what you're selling, they're pretty much going to know all of the different options that you can put on there. So yeah, it's also telling me that it's a tabletop or wall mounted type of picture frame. Mine can go maybe in the bathroom, bedroom, or maybe the living room is okay. Then you can choose a style. Again, you don't have to put this one, it is optional. There are some styles here that I can definitely use. And then this is framing, which it has actually auto selected again. Is it a painting frame? Not really, so I'm not going to pick that one. There is no glass cover on this, and set optional no again. So really Etsy have chosen a lot of things for me already. Depending on what you're actually listing, these options may be different, but you can just go down and click everything as it is important to your product. What will be the same for all products though, and this is really important, is the renewal options for your listing. So this is something you're going to have to choose here. As you may know, you have to pay 20 cents per listing on Etsy, and they do have a time frame. You can actually renew those listings if you want to keep them on there. That can be automatic as well, so you don't have to do anything. When the listing expires, Etsy will automatically renew it for you, charge you 20 cents. That's US dollars. It will change depending on your country, but it will be $20 US worth of your currency. So in the UK, that will be about 15 pence. Or you can change it to manual, which means that when the listing expires, that is it, it's gone, and you're gonna have to manually redo it again. So depending on which type of seller that you are, just choose one that's right for you. I'm just going to choose automatic for now. Is it a physical or a digital product? This is really important as well, and you do need to put this in. Anything with an asterisk by the header there does need to be filled in. This is a physical product. But if you had a digital product, then that's good too. You can do that on Etsy, really simple. Just click that, and then you can type in the description. This is physical though, so let me type in the description for this product. I've just written a very, very short one-liner here. Obviously, you can put in loads more, but do just bear in mind that shoppers will only see the first few lines of your description when they are shopping around. So make that really stand out and quite punchy to draw people into your listing. Underneath that, you can add a lot more details and specifics about the product, but definitely the first line or first few lines really need to just be an advert to draw people into the listing. Do you have any production partners that actually make this? If I click on this, you can put a lot of different production partners. Maybe some different businesses actually help you make the product. Again, depending on what type of product that you have, you may need this. I don't. So that is optional. I don't need to put that in. You may also here want to actually add some related listings that you have. So if you have a lot of other picture frames or whatever it is in your shop, you can actually just add some other sections in here. So maybe happy frames like this, and that will be in there. That will be a section. This is essentially like a playlist of a lot of similar items. So I have created this now. So maybe if I have some other listings, I can put them all within the happy frames section. People can go to that part of my store and see lots of different items that are maybe within the similar category. You can also put tags in here if you want, maybe to help people find them on Etsy. I've already put wooden frame in here. You can then just type something in and press add, or just press enter on your keyboard and they will be added. They're basically tags right there. Do you want to put any of the materials in here? I could put that I've used reclaimed wood, as you can see. If you don't want that, just click X and it will be deleted. Now the important bit, the price, just put the price per item. How many of this item do you have in stock or that you want to sell? And also important to know that basically every time something sells, then the listing will be renewed and it's going to charge you another 20 cents. So you can't just have this listing up there and have a million different items and pay one listing fee. Unfortunate, but that's just the way Etsy works. If you use SKUs or any units that you want in your shop, then you can put that in here. I don't have any for now. And then we come down to the variations option. So this is definitely what we want to add. So add variations. Do the prices vary for each different option or color? They don't in my instance, they'll all be the same price. Do you have different quantities for each color? So maybe you have 50 brown color, 25 white color. You can put that in separately. And do you want to put different SKUs for each product? I don't want to do that, so I don't need to. But certainly I may have different amounts of the quantities. So I'm going to add another primary color here. So I'm going to add brown. Then I'm going to add another one. I will put gray. And a third option, rainbow, sounds pretty cool. Then you can add another variation. So right now I've just got primary color options, but you can have different sizes. So maybe I've got just a large and a small, so I can add that here. Because I'm having different sizes, the prices may vary for each of these. So let's just try that one here. And as you can see, we have maybe an option for a 5x7. So you can add that. Then maybe a larger one at 8x10. And then an even larger one at, let's say, 9x12. So you can add those here. Just press update. Now we have the variations right here that you can see. You can put the quantities of each of these in, which is really simple. So those 3 different variations, these are the quantities that I have. Coming down to the size, as you can see, definitely we can change the price here. It's really easy actually. So maybe this one's 100, this one's 110. Then as we go up, maybe 120 for the larger one. If you have different photos of these as well, just come up to here, link photos. You can put photos in for every single variation. So maybe this primary color, then we can just go to this drop down box, see brown there, gray and rainbow have exactly all the same options here in terms of the photos, but just click on this photo. That's really cool. And I'm just going to click this one and then up again. So images that I uploaded at the very start of the listing, you can then use them to basically represent all the different color options that you have. So when you're starting the listing, let's say you have 3 different color options, you have red, white, and blue. You can upload all of those at the start. And then down here, you can then use each of those under the specific variation in color or size that you want. I'm just going to save that just as an example. It's not exactly correct, but it just shows you exactly how to do it in terms of putting the right pictures with the right variations, changing the quantity and the prices. Definitely pretty easy. Also on Etsy, personalization is a big thing. Do you want to offer this? If you turn it on, you can offer people personalization. So maybe I can write an inscription into the frame or do something special, maybe put a inscription under the glass when I ship the picture frame. Give instructions to your buyers. Something like this, tell me what you want me to write. You can put your own language, but just give some instructions to the buyer in terms of what types of personalizations that they can actually add that you can give them. Personalization can be mandatory or it can be optional. Click that here. They don't need to, or if you unclick this, this means that they need to give you some sort of personalization for the option. Pretty simple, and this is what the buyer will see. So these are the instructions. They can then in this box just write their personalization. Really easy. If you don't want to offer it, just click off and that won't be an option that people can see. When it comes to delivery, it's kind of a bit weird. You actually have to go outside of the listings page. Go to the left-hand side and go to settings, then go to delivery settings, find that option. You're going to have to set up delivery profiles for your account. So these can be something that you just use on every single listing, and there can be lots of different options in here. Go to add delivery profile, and then you can put all of your information in. You can first choose the dispatch origin, so whatever country you're in, really easy to choose that. The processing time, also really important. Etsy says that the faster the processing time, the more likely it is you're going to get more sales. And then all you have to do is just put in some delivery profiles and options. So you can see here there are really two different ways. There is a domestic delivery option and an everywhere else option. Just put in whatever delivery options that you have in your country. In the UK, it's Royal Mail mostly. You can have a few different options, so maybe a 1 day or a 2 to 3 day. You can put in a fixed price per item, charge more for the first item, and then less for subsequent items, obviously if you're putting them in the same box. Or you can just choose free delivery, and that might be right for you. Then you can go through to the everywhere else option, and if your carrier isn't there, you can choose other. Choose what type of delivery you're going to use, so whatever delivery option with that carrier that you usually use. Again, you can add some price differences in here for the first item and subsequent items. And then actually towards the bottom, see add another location. So right now it's literally just everywhere else, which obviously isn't the best. You can add another location specifically. You can actually go through and choose a country, or you can choose areas. So you can choose maybe the European Union, have a flat rate for that, or choose a specific country, which may actually be more appropriate depending on what you're selling and what the differences in the delivery rates are. So just as an example, if you shipped to Japan, then go and put all in that information. So that is your shipping to Japan. You can add as many different locations as you want specifically for each country or each region. If you want also, you can actually add on delivery upgrades. You don't have to, but that is something that maybe your customers would want. Then just give the profile a name, whatever you want. Make sure you create the profile. Then that delivery profile is going to be available for you to use in every single listing going forward. If we then go back to a listings page, you can see here your delivery profile is right there for you to just select. So yeah, that's the one I want to use with this particular listing. Really easy, just select that. You can also see below, you can enter a brand new custom profile specifically for this listing. If it's maybe like a lot heavier or something than your other listings, you may want to just up the price, for example, something like that. You can do that in the product page. Then you can either publish this if you are ready to go live with the listing. You can save it as a draft and preview the listing, which will just take you to a preview page. You can then come back to this page and either save it as a draft to work on it later, or just go ahead, publish the listing and start selling on Etsy. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you. If it was, please give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.